Grid, no grid, grid, no grid. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Mini Continents AI Only World Battle. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We had a pretty big war break out at that last turn. The Sioux versus the Shoshone, the battle for North America now. I mean, they are the only two left, I guess. I mean, this is also kind of North America, but obviously we'll call it Central. You know, that makes sense. And then if we say South starts here, yeah, that works best. Probably easier to understand it that way. So yeah, that's going to be pretty big. Obviously, we've got the wars against Britain still going on. Oh, Russia. Wait, I must have got confused. Russia is going after France, not Britain. So never mind. I thought Russia might have had a chance to steal this. But Russia may actually steal away Marseille up here in sort of Sweden, Norway. I again don't. Let's just up here on this part of the map. But yeah, Manchester here should almost certainly fall to somebody. And yeah, Russia actually does grab this city, and they look pretty well positioned to defend it. So there you go. I mean, it's not what I was expecting from Russia, but fair enough. Just skip Germany and start fighting your way out through France instead. Mongolia and Siam just pieced out. That's not particularly close. The Inca into the industrial era, not too bad. They have a lot of these terrace farms. I'm not sure if they're helping that much, but they've tried. The Aztecs obviously grabbing a few of their cities, but not making a giant amount of progress. It's not been it's not been terrible. They've lost 3 cities, which isn't great, but it's not been a disaster for the Inca just yet. It's been okay. How is Babylon holding on? They're doing fine. Them and Arabia once again have seemed to have ground each other down to a halt. Rome still clinging on to Constantinople, just about. They're playing it very fine. They're right on the edge there, but yeah, they're holding on to it. Manchester here should fall at some point. Right, here we go. The Sioux's turn. Now, turns are going pretty slowly, so I'm not sure how much of this war, probably won't see any sieges this episode, that's for sure, but we'll see some of the units start to fight it out. We'll see what happens. We'll see the Sioux take about 5 minutes to complete their turn, probably. There we go. And the Shoshone goes straight after. There we go. So we can just sit here, enjoy it. I don't have to move anything. Nice and easy. Easy period. And there we go. Boom. The Shoshone making some progress towards the sort of north. They did push back, both sides losing a few units there, so it's going to be exciting. They have sort of equal technology. I think the Sioux might have a bit of an advantage by having cavalry, but apart from that, I think it's pretty equal. They have cannons and riflemen. There's a couple of old musket men for the Shoshone. Hopefully they could get some money, upgrade them. But yeah, I think it's pretty equal, but we do know the Sioux have a numbers advantage, and on top of that, the Shoshone have a lot of boats in the Pacific. You can see on sort of the side of your screen at the moment over here, and these boats obviously won't be too useful in this war, sadly. But I mean, actually, to be fair, if they stopped fighting California for once and had open borders, they could come down here and help. Although that said, the Sioux have their own boats, so let's not say too much. What just happened there? I think the Inca just lost something, but I don't know what. Oh, was it this one? Okay, it was this. Okay, fair enough. There we go. I was like, where is that? But yeah, there we go. The Australia gains this island. That was pretty easy. I think there was another Inca settler going, risking it in the Pacific Ocean. We'll see where they end up. But yeah, we're starting to see the Indonesian islands be settled. Australia's been here for a while now with their city. Rhodesia's been here for a little bit. And Siam has slowly moved out that way. So that's quite interesting. Was that fill up? Korea with some artillery. I think some other civs do have access to artillery. I might be wrong. I think, is Korea the only one? Maybe Korea's the only one. I don't know. Russia, though, with Great War Infantry and Cossack units, so they're keeping up too on their technology. The Huns with riflemen. So there's some civs who are like doing good in one tech and some in another. Some have got the best boats. It's hard sometimes. Russia has the ironclads, for example. Yeah, they have a couple left. So they're doing well there. The Great War Infantry is definitely a first. So it's not just Korea dominating yet for science. I don't think they have any Great War Infantry. I normally say that, and there's one like lurking away somewhere. But it looks like not yet, anyway. They do have artillery, though, so that's something Russia does not have. So there you go, that's a pretty big tech difference. I don't know if the Sioux doesn't really have anything that's quite in the lead like that, I guess, for now. But I'm sure they're up there, too. Although all these US cities probably slowing them down more than helping, at least early on, because they're all pretty small. So they won't be providing a whole lot of science. Although I want to say America has the Great Library, but to be honest, I can't remember. But for some reason, I wanted to. I think obviously that doesn't matter now. They don't get the free technology, but it's still a bit of extra science. Spain and Carthage have peaced out. Nothing really coming from that war. And what do we... Oh, okay. Attila finally got it done. There we go. Constantinople has fallen. And Spain versus the Aztecs will be quite interesting. Spain's... I can see why the AI thinks this is a good idea, because they see the info addict numbers, I guess, or just the military numbers and think, yeah, we can do this. But obviously their land units aren't going to help much. Maybe their boats can do some damage to the Pacific Islands, but I don't know. It's going to take a few turns at least. But the Sioux joining in does surprise me. I mean, I know the Sioux outnumber the Shoshone, but it's not going to be easy. I don't know about that. I mean, obviously the Aztecs aren't going to fight back too hard, but these frigates will defend from the Sioux's frigates, and it probably won't be a huge battle, but I'm not sure that is the best approach. But there you go. You do what you want to do. We'll leave you to it. We'll just keep an eye on the action. Is there any big sieges? Rhodesia, sorry, not well. Rhodesia is part of this, but Burundi is slowly dropping health, ever so slightly. But yeah, nothing crazy yet. Anyway, Mercury is here as well. They're trying so hard. Soon they will get artillery. I mean, the thing is, you see that they're making some progress. This cannon's obviously helping. Like, if they put some more cannons nearby, they would probably be able to do it. Like, it would be painful and you'd take a lot of damage, but eventually you'd get it done. But the fact they've just only got one, like, why? Just put multiple ones there and you'd actually have some, small chance. But yeah, they're just completely blowing it right now. North Africa's pretty quiet. There's that Carthage war ended all the conflict up here, so these guys are all chill with each other at the moment. That's it, really. Don't know. Oh, we're back to the Sioux. Let's see. Are they going to make some big progress here? There's still plenty of Shoshone units, but it's nervous times for the rest of the world. They're just not going to finish now, are they? They're just going to leave us hanging for a long time. They killed a few, but again, more success down here in the south, where there was some isolated units. We've seen the Shoshone do well up here, but now there's boats coming over. I hope they kill this rifleman. I'm not really focused. It's hard to focus when there's so many units moving at once. But if this rifleman dies, I'll be happy, because that is, and the Gatling gun. I don't know how they can kill this, to be honest, but yeah, they don't have the units to kill this. But if they kill this rifleman, I'll be happy. Yeah, just kill the free target, the easy target. Good job. That is a good move. Okay, sorry about that. My computer just decided that, 50 gigs remaining on your hard drive is the point where we should just stop saving things. Nope, there's 50 gigs left. We're fine. I had it fully handled, knew what was going on, but apparently no, that's when it just stops. So it stopped, and then, yeah, I just caught me off guard. But we're back. Nothing really happened, I don't think, although I completely skipped it. Nothing happened on this right side column. No new wars. Maybe a city fell somewhere, but no. I don't think there's no cities even being sieged out right now. I'm pretty sure that's impossible unless Rome somehow snuck back Constantinople, which wouldn't happen because Rome's turn is at the start and we were well past the start. And yeah, unless the Inca got this back, there's nothing really going on. But here we go. It is Rome's turn. Will they get it done? No. Although they came pretty close. And Rome actually is the second civ by the look of it to have great war infantry. So they're still up there, I guess. Good job, Rome. But yeah, I mean, it sucks they lost Constantinople. It would have been useful potentially in the future. I mean, it's not a huge loss. It would have been useful if one day they conquered northern Egypt, because then they could go all the way around and stuff. But for now, I mean, it doesn't actually matter too much. It doesn't really make a difference whether they have it or not. Obviously, you probably don't want the Huns to have it, but hey ho, whatever. I mean, Attila's probably going to struggle to defend it from a Mediterranean civ, although Arabia's not really great, so I'm not gonna have high hopes on someone coming and taking it off them. Somehow, Russia is just showing you that with a few units, I mean, it's not a few, there's a decent amount of boats here, and no defense. You can just waltz through some cities. Meanwhile, France and Germany are just showing you that brain cells are not really available to them. Because this is embarrassing. Come on. How have you not conquered this? You had it lower the first time when your units were way worse. I don't understand. How are you doing so badly? It's ridiculous. We are approaching turn 150, by the way, as well. We'll probably have an Info Addicts update at some point. It's probably just the next episode, because we'll be at turn 148. We've got a couple more in this one. So yeah, we'll probably do it then. What's going on? What else is going on? Anything new? Mali seems to have a lot of units, but they're all very old. These Sofa I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, but the sofas. Yeah, how are they doing? I think they're a bit. Are they spearman replacements? Yeah, I think they're just a bit out of date. Musketmen. The Songhai look pretty good. They're not really doing much though. Not really sure what their game plan is. Carthage is stacked with units. Oh, they got some elephants. What sort of elephants are these? Carthaginian African forest elephant. Okay, that's a lot of big words. Carthaginian African forest elephant. I feel like some of those words need to be swapped in orders. Like, it's not the optimized way to say that. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't flow right. Like, would Carthaginian forest African elephants like just switch the middle two around? Or maybe no. I feel like Carthaginian has to go first. You can't just put that in the middle. But I don't know. I feel like that could flow better. Burundi, nope. They've recovered. They're doing fine. The Sioux are pushing the Shoshone back. I think they've both just been. And yeah, I mean, it still looks like the Shoshone holding off fine, but you can see the numbers. There's kind of two armies for the Sioux, and they are making some progress. Hopefully all these units will come over to help keep them at bay. That would be nice to see. Australia's turn. Japan is still alive. Don't know how they're doing, but they are still around with one city up here in northern Japan. Nothing too special, but it is here. Shoshone could actually go after Japan right now, and pretty successfully conquer it. I mean, they probably wouldn't, and then that would put you as sort of a target for Korea. So maybe avoid that, but in theory they could. I wonder if Korea is going to eye up an attack on California, because they could certainly have more effect than the Shoshone did. We'll see. I mean, they are still fighting, to be fair, by the look of it. So this is just endless war between those two. Pretty ridiculous. Rhodesia, what are you up to? Your turn seems to be taking quite a while. I hope you're doing something of value. Oh, you have your unique unit, your Royal Regiment. That's pretty cool. I think they have artillery as well. I'm guessing they're rifleman replacements. I don't see any musketmen and I don't see any riflemen, so I don't know. Congo have a settler. That's a bit ambitious. There is really no space left on this map. The only spaces you could settle right now are Ireland, and I guess Mongolia could squeeze one more city in the tundra if they wanted to, and then the Indonesian islands that still remain, and Hawaii. That is about it. There's not really anywhere else. I guess southern Madagascar. But yeah, a bit ambitious there with the settler Congo. They may have had it for a long time, so I'm not gonna roast them, but a bit of a waste of production, I guess, if they've built it recently, when they could have just built a unit. Oh, there's Mali's turn, and here we go. Arabia. Come on, this has been so disappointing, this border between these two. I was really hoping we'd get something exciting out of it, but no, they're both just crushing us. Fair enough. China is still around. They've got their unique units. Yeah, a bit late, but there you go. I'm trying to keep up. France, how are you doing? You're not even trying to retake your cities. That's pretty weak. Germany is here trying. I don't get why. Well, I guess actually Germany finally does have open borders because they have open borders with Russia. France would not give it for so long, and it made no sense. I kind of get it. I guess France probably wanted to conquer this and not help Germany, but I mean, you would have been better off letting them through and then just hoping you stole it away, because it's just been messy. But yeah, Russia should now grab this, so they'll have all of Norway, which will be interesting to see how that plays into the actions of these civs. Obviously, France looking a bit open right now. Spain, I don't know why you're going after the Aztecs. I mean, I guess fair enough. This island is pretty low now. Maybe you got a chance, but yeah, I mean, you'd be way better off going after France with everything you have. But whatever. Why would we expect the AI to do the right thing? What sort of world are we living in? Come on. Let's not get our hopes up too much here. Wait, what? Okay, Constantinople did fall to Carthage. They're probably not going to hold on to this, right? I mean, if they're at peace with Rome, that might help, but I have no idea, and I assume Attila's going to grab it straight back. But there we go. That was not expected. Carthage doing their thing. And Spain did also grab this island, so fair enough, Spain, I'll let you off. It was worth it. for that one pop island. It was all worth it. Good job. You can, I don't know, you win a prize. I don't know what prize. We don't really hand out prizes, but there you go. Good job. Brazil, what are you doing? Why is it taking so long for you now? All the civs are taking forever. This series is going very slowly. Even loading the game, not loading the game, like loading the mods before loading the game took a long time today. So I think some things might be like bugging out a little bit. Maybe we broke the map a little bit too much. I don't know. I mean, I hope not, because the Ice Age series I've got going on right now simultaneously, we made a lot more changes, so I'm very nervous there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Brazil should grab this, which is a big step actually, because that leaves this city pretty open for Brazil to come over and have a go at, although there is a lot of rivers in the way. The Sioux and the Shoshone just went, and still no cities under siege, and the Shoshone, yeah, they're sort of splitting up. They've sort of repelled this attack, and they're sort of forcing this attack quite weirdly to spread out. It's working, so good job, Shoshone. What is this? Ethiopia with a new city in the middle of the African Ocean? Indian Ocean. Oh, ideology. Who's this? Australia is the next civ to pick one, and they joined Rome and Germany as order civs. So there we go. We got communist Australia showing up to the party. Who else we got? Rhodesia. I think theirs is one of the last turns. I know Mali goes last, but there we go. Who else? Is there any? There's no big surprises going on at the moment. It's a pretty chill time. Something just happened. I just miss it. I don't think so. But if it did, it would have been Rhodesia, and they didn't do anything. So there we go. How did you get this? I wonder how this unit got here. I assume you have open borders with somebody at some point. Oh yeah, they have it with Mongolia. Okay. Surprised you were friends, but Mongolia's settled all the way around. This is a very big border now. Maybe they'll be friendly for longer. I mean, this Korea, obviously we saw Korea do quite well in my last TSL World game. I don't think they're as dominant as they were. They're probably not going to go after Mongolia. I mean, they could. Mongolia is not doing great for technology, but yeah, I don't think it'll be the same as that one. And these other civs are still pretty good as well. India's got goodish stuff. Siam. They're not tier 1, but they're okay. They can fend for themselves. Even the Jar, I mean, Korea could get through this, but it would take some time. Okay, Rhodesia, this is ridiculous. What are you doing? Why are you still going on? I was expecting it to be other civs, but there you go, Rhodesia's still going. Great Britain defending themselves. Texas, I haven't really thought about them. They're not really doing all too much. Sorry, Texas, no offense. And there's Mali. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.